Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling?
Hold on. You shot me.
No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Why save me?
My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death.
Why should I believe you?
Without the antidote I administered, you'd be as still as a statue. I treated your wounds and didn't leave you defenseless. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot, and yet I used it on you. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive.
Why capture Mercer alive?
Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder.
How will you prove it now?
My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside.
Well, what's it say?
I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before.
Perhaps it could be translated.
Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. The only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity.
There's that word again, Nightingale.
There were three of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves' Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
Why didn't you kill Mercer?
Mercer lied to the Guild, branded me a murderer, and slandered my name across his network of contacts. For 25 years I ran, never sleeping in the same place twice and carefully covering my tracks. Mercer doesn't need to die. He needs to feel the cold sting of fate as his life crumbles in front of him and he's hunted by the Guild.
Might not have a choice next time.
I can promise you, if it comes to that, and my back's to the wall, I won't hesitate.
Tell me about Gallus.
He was a scholar, a master thief, and a natural leader. Everyone respected him and followed him without question. It was Gallus who inducted me into the Nightingales, and honed my skills to a razor-sharp point. I owe everything to him. We were very close.
You were lovers?
Gallus once said he felt comfortable around me, able to let his guard down. I can't help but think that I'm responsible for what happened to him. Remember, speak only to Enther. Trust no one else.
Hello, friend. I wish I could go with you. It's a fine day with you around. I'll never forget you.
Leave me alone. I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly, and we won't have to get rough. Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar. What? Oh, you're right. We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into trouble.
Next time you're looking to pester someone, make sure it's the right person. Foreigners, what a nuisance.
What was that all about?
They thought I was some other Red Guard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
Need something?
Who are you looking for?
We're looking for information about a woman, a foreigner in these lands. She's a Red Guard like us. We believe she may be hiding in Whiterun, but we're checking everywhere to be sure. Farewell.
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's-forsaken town?
And what? You think that'll solve all your problems?
Probably not, but it's worth a try.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Do you manage the store by yourself?
Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything. I do what's necessary so we can get by. Ranmir has no problem drinking himself under the table, so I have to be the one to make ends meet.
Sounds like you're quite upset with your brother.
Just because we live in the middle of nowhere doesn't give Ranmir the right to drink himself into oblivion.
Why set up shop here?
Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading.
Do you get much business way up here?
Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. All right then.
Horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar. Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
I've been sent by Carlaia.
Carlaia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal?
Yes, but there's a problem.
A problem? Let me see it. No, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language.
Why?
Can you translate it?
No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. A word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy.
Why did Gallus scribe his journal in Falmer?
Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the details.
Where did he acquire the knowledge to use it?
Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction I pointed you, to Markarth. and Calselmo. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available to you.
What can you tell me about Gallus?
He was a dear friend of mine, and a surprisingly astute pupil of academia. I was devastated when he was killed. I suppose that risk always coexisted with his line of work. I just never thought his luck would run out.
He was an academic, yet he chose a different path. Why?
For the thrill, of course. He was quite clear that he felt more in his element climbing through a window rather than hunched over a dusty tome.
How did you meet him?
Why don't you go?
Ah, yes, quite an amusing anecdote, actually. I caught him trying to break into my laboratory. I was about to show him the error of his ways when he made a curiously astute comment about my research notes. I was astounded, and in turn it led to a conversation. Who would have imagined it would lead to such a strong friendship? Calselmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Hi there. All right then.
Need something?
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. All right, then.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready. Calm down there, friend. I'll pay. Tell Harren that she'll have her gold. Yeah.
We may not have as much to offer as Whiterun or Solitude, but we'll do what we can to make your stay a pleasant one. Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them.
Nice place you have here.
It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. Until next time.
This one needs something? May you walk on warm sands.
Are we running low on meat?
No, even Ranmir can only do
Let's just keep an eye on it. Stop.
I suppose that's a benefit to having some...
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff? If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Ranmir can only drink so much.
A few drinks, a few laughs, and a contest. What could be better?
I suppose that's a benefit to having so few customers.
A drinking contest? You don't stand a chance.
Ha! We'll see about that. This is a special brew. Very strong stuff. Let's get started. I'll start round one. Down the hatch. Your turn.
Here we go.
One down, my friend. One down. Yeah. And how about you?
Been playing Hunt the Elf again.
It's just children playing hard.
A second drink. Easy enough.
So says you. I think I've hit my limit on these things. Tell you what, one more and you win the contest.
One more. No problem.
Wow, you've really done it. The staff is yours.
Thash grape.
You know, you're a fun person to drink with. I know this great little place where the wine flows like water. We should head there. Hey, you don't look so good.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer. Yes, your head hurts, and you don't remember where you are. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the table.
Was a man named Sam with me?
DeBella teaches love and compassion, but that doesn't mean we're just going to tell you what you want to know and let you walk away from this. Pick up your mess, then apologize. And if we think you're sincere, we'll consider lending you aid. I suppose that'll do. DeBella teaches us forgiveness after all. Even for a drunk like you.
So do you remember anything I said when I got here?
You were ranting when you got here, but most of it was slurred. You did say something about Rorikstead. Maybe you should take a look there.
Hey, good to see you again. Until next time.
Bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, pendant would look lovely on my sister.
Never gonna come here. Hey, be careful! I'll kill you! I'd die for my people.
Everyone stay back. The Markor City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
You want a cut of venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you all right? Did you see what happened?
I was right there. He almost killed me.
I'm so sorry. I hope the aid give you more peace in the future. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important.
Do you know anything about the attack?
No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn.
Yes? By the gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life. Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it.
That man said something about the Forsworn.
I've heard of them. Something about the men who live in the hills and attack caravans. I'm sorry. I don't know anymore. I'm just visiting here from Cyrodiil. I should never have come to Markarth.
He tried to kill Margaret, right in front of me.
Venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
No. She's such a nice woman. Comes by every day looking for jewelry for her family in Cyrodiil. Is it because she's a noble? Why would anyone want to kill her? It doesn't make any sense.
I was actually looking to buy something.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can bear to sell anything right now. What's happening to this city?
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away towns. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards.
I was looking for you, actually.
I told you I'm not hiring any more guards. Why do you people always bother me when I'm trying to finish my research? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you?
I hear you're the authority on ancient Falmer.
Then you were well informed. I am at this very moment on the cusp of completing my magnum opus on the subject. I'm calling it Calselmo's Guide to the Falmer Tongue. It will revolutionize the way we understand those ancient beings.
Perhaps I could view your work.
Preposterous. That research represents years of personal toil in some of the most dangerous Dwemer ruins in Skyrim. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's completed. Do you realize that at a snap of my fingers, I can bring the entire Markarth City Guard to my defense? You best rethink this course of action, or you may find yourself on the executioner's block.
But I'm a great admirer of your work.
While I appreciate the sentiment, I still have to decline. Being an admirer, I'm sure you can appreciate the need to keep my research a secret.
What will it cost to change your mind?
I'm not certain how many scholars you're accustomed to dealing with, but I can assure you that personal wealth is our lowest priority.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other. Until next time.
What is it this time?
I'd like to see the excavation site.
Persistent, aren't you? Oh, very well. Who am I to stand in the way of curiosity? I'll let you in if you agree to something for me. There's a giant spider in a Chuanzel. My workers call her Nimi, the poisoned one. If you deal with Nimi, I'll let you into both the excavation site and my Dwemer museum. What do you say?
That spider is as good as dead.
Enthusiasm. Good. Here's the key to the dig site. What is it this time?
I've killed Nimhi.
You have my gratitude. That spider had been interfering with my excavations for months. As promised, it is the key to the Dwemer Museum. Mind the displays. Some of them are quite fragile. I bid you safe travels.
What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. Better them than us. We lost 3 good men to the traps up there. And for what? Just to see another damn spider clanking around? Well, at least this post is safe enough. Come on, let's get back to work.
Serious? You heard me, Captain. Our work must not be disturbed. Kill any intruders on sight. Call for backup if you need it. But let no one through.
As you say, sir.
some help in here.
I need some help in here.
Never should have come here.
Spread out and search the tower.
back, eh? And how was our friend Calselmo?
We haven't much time for discussion. But what did you need?
Was there something else?
This should help translate Gallus's journal.
I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I simply won't. A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes.
It's quite the tale.
I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please. This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enthir? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us, so it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enthir. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enthir. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlaia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlaia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor.
Thank you, Enthir.
If you ever manage to gain entry to the college, and you find trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becoming a burden, come visit me. I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do. If you have further need of me, you can find me in the college.
We must hasten to Riften before Mercer can do any more damage to the Guild.
Gallus's journal mentioned the Twilight Sepulchre.
You've come this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives.
Why does it require that type of protection?
Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulchre. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect.
Thieves and temples, it just doesn't add up.
I felt the same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean.
I'd understand better if less mystery was involved.
As a Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulchre. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me.
Very well, we do it your way for now.
I'll make for Riften and scout the situation. See if I can discover what Mercer's up to. When you're ready, meet me at the Ragged Flagon. In the meantime, I wanted you to have this. It belonged to Gallus, but given the circumstances, I think he'd approve.
I'll put it to good use.
If the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.